more.
Stay with that type rates.
But you guys,
Good,
yeah.
that's what
Comments
it
from
is.
you?
I'd like to have to tighten the belt a little bit for sure.
What we've done, I think we've done, a lot of people don't see what we've done sometimes, but we've done a pretty good job. We're good through July, but we're running, I'm gonna start working on the budget real shortly.
Probably what's gonna save us all.
Some direction would be helpful.
Fuel costs going down like it has, it's helped everybody a lot, I think. If there is any
But see, the first,
light out there, I guess you should.
probably the first 3 months though, we were still in, maybe 4 months, we were still in the higher tier then.
Yeah, it was back in July.
Yeah.
It looked like all the layoffs causing our occupational tax to really fall off.
We're off 9% our last report we had.
I don't really see that you got another choice.
But that's the direction I'm gonna go in, if we get any different.
Shouldn't be hard to figure rates this year.
Storm damage and cleanup. Just to let you know, the state has led a contract to do the state highways. This is very important for the news media to help us out, if you would please. They're going to pick up tree limbs on the state, off the state highways. A state highway, for those that do not know it, are typically the roads that have a sign with a number, a round number, and if it's on a federal, under the state guidelines, they've got the little shield that looks like, that's how you determine. Some people really don't know the difference between the state and county roads, but those help determine that. The county, we are going to clean up on county roads. We had an option to enter into the state contract that prior to the bidding process, you just never know what's going to be the bid. We figure we could control our cost internally ourselves. We are still going to keep the quarry open through the duration of the bulky item pickup, at least it looks like primarily during the duration of the bulky item pickup. A quarry site is free to the public to bring tree limbs from Nelson County. So,
Good question about that, on that one particular subject. Now, I asked Brad about that, because boy came by the store the other day and had to go get a load of limbs. So Brad had told me 3 and 4 o'clock, and everybody getting off work.
I understand.
Typically, I don't see why.
Saturday, we're open every Saturday.
We haven't been open on Saturday.
Yes, we have. Since the storm
We
started.
haven't been open every Saturday.
So since the storm started, yes, sir.
Even
And we did that specifically, Tim.
The gates, I don't know.
Gates
Is there
are
a man out there opening it?
Yes. Russell was out there the first week. We got Alan Durbin this past week.
I guess the paper didn't have it in there correctly, did it? Maybe?
I think we had Monday through Friday.
Yeah, you did initially, but I called back and talked to Tom at PO, I think Tom,
I don't know
I
if
think
you
POT.
reprinted that story or not, 'cause that maybe.
But after during the first week, we were really unsure how much, how we were going to handle it. So it was a learning process. So it wasn't a Liddell that you left out. So we just did.
No, I'm not blaming it.
But you still need to encourage the public if, you know, because it's gonna be a time-consuming process before we get all this done.
And you are offering a free service.
But can we leave it open in the evenings past, because times it may change in a couple of weeks? I mean, get somebody go around and lock the gate later on, I mean, there'll be, there's a lot of people do that at night and evenings when they get off work.
I understand.
And it's 4 o'clock, pretty inconvenient, really. I mean, I'm sure they're worried about people dumping other things, I mean, I guess that's the reason, Brad, is that right?
The reason we,
Yeah,
Somebody needs to be out there.
4-wheelers, you don't know the problem Russell's had out there with 4-wheeler.
somebody has to be out there, guys, because if not, contractors, people.
They'll bring
Somebody-
construction debris.
But you don't have somebody out there all day anyway, do you?
Yes, we are.
No,
There's so
you
much
leave them
going
in there
in.
to sit there all day long.
To man the fire, yes, you do.
And you got so much, the city's bringing
You're
so much
burning
in.
it all day during the day.
Yes, sir.
The city's bringing so much in too, Tim.
Yeah.
And city's kind of switching off a little bit. Supposed to be. Providing the guy a lot.
I just think the way to do it, I don't know, hey, can we you.
Oh, we'll look at that,
Fires
Tim.
or something, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, especially when the time changes, it'd probably be good.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
something else. It was at the city of Bloomfield. Is the county going to pick up the limbs in the city?
No,
Like
ci-
Bardstown,
City is responsible for their own.
No.
Bloomfield, Fairfield, and all, they're responsible for their own limbs.
Yes, sir.
So we're not gonna do
Unless
that.
it's a
Well,
state road.
that's the state road. State will pick them up on the state roads.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
62, all going in 62, all going in 48.
But I'm talking about in town.
In town, the city's responsible for that. They qualify for the money just like we do to get, so we're gonna get reimbursed for part of that. Now, I'd say that when if Ronnie would contact the state, they'll probably let him opt in with the state contractor for it, probably. If you wanted to do, because they gave us an option, and I'm surprised they didn't check with the city.
What about who got the contract? They take them over?
There's a little
It's a moving
scuttlebutt
target.
about that.
As of yesterday at 4 o'clock, a company from Raywood called Hickey Contract will be the one picking up Nelson County.
What happened with the other fellow?
I don't know.
It must be.
Again, the state's a
He's a
moving
friend
target.
of Tom Bowers.
I'd heard that,
Florida.
they had one contractor who has already subcontracted it to another individual.
That's correct. So exactly who's gonna be picking up, I still don't exactly know. It's a moving target.
So actually, the limbs will not be picked up until the garbage.
Just walk out and pick it
No,
up.
but
Is.
let me clarify a few things here first, guys. When we, the county, begin our bulk item pickup, we will pick up limbs off county roads only. The state has led a contract, so when we do our bulk item pickup, it's gonna be as per our, the way we've always done bulk item. We'll start from the south end, when we come to and get bulky item, we'll get your limb, just on county roads only. If you're on a state road, we're not picking it up. If you're
State's
on-
gonna do it.
State's gonna do it.
That's, you want to clarify with the media.
Correct.
We don't say we're not picking it up.
Now, the state's plan is they will begin tomorrow, 9 a.m. We have not been given the map of where exactly they're going to begin.
We think they'll be ahead of us.
They have indicated they're going to start on New Haven Road, but they have not confirmed it yet. They will do state roads, and the city of Bardstown, from my understanding, has opted to participate in that program as well. Now, they're just doing what's in right away. So that
They're not going out, you know, on your property and pulling a tree, you gotta pull them out to the tree line, to the roadway.
That material will be coming to our old rock quarry. The county is responsible for handling that material, ever how we want to handle it. Burning it is how we'll take care of it now.
Keep
That's
track
all
of
been
drivers.
approved.
Was that up, so you can put somebody there after asking 4 o'clock, man, and get paid for it, I think. if you do it.
We can
We
do that.
spoke with
Right.
Joe Lamar yesterday afternoon, Kroger did, at around 3:30. Joe had asked us if we would keep somebody out there till 6 at night. And then this contractor has the ability, the state contractor has the ability to work daylight to dark, 7 days a week. So then becomes an issue of how we're gonna manage during the weekend. Whether they have somebody there, somebody needs to be there all the time, all the time. One, there's a fire going. You can't have public down there where a fire is, and you just need to monitor
You
what's going on.
can't just have, yeah, you gotta have some control.
Road department has someone that's willing to work extra, but you guys have to approve that.
Well, we've already decided, we've got the flexibility, we're gonna get reimbursed.
We'll get reimbursed. for
But
those.
Tim, then back up the statement of why we didn't do it, we were still trying to map out what was gonna happen. It wasn't where we weren't trying to accommodate people.
Blame it on the day, what's on
When
it?
something's free, I always figured you gotta kind of, you know, you give them something for nothing,
Right.
technically, I mean, it's not like, you see what Jefferson County did yesterday, anybody see that on the news
Yes, start
yesterday?
charging.
They've closed down 2 of their sites, and they start charging you to bring it to the site. Now, I mean,
The reason Jefferson County would do that, guys, we're in an area where we can burn. They're in an area they cannot.
They got
chip.
They have to chip.
Somebody's got to pay for that chip. So those guys are taking a beat on it, so, in their defense, I mean, that's cost.
but they're gonna
real
get
money.
reimbursed for most of that, probably, if they keep up with it,
True.
some of it anyway.
Please, media, let the public know, if they're gonna put the brush out, 10-foot sections is what we're requesting, so it'll actually fit in the dump truck. We got some people pulling whole trees out. If you put it in a 10-foot section, that would help out immensely. Don't cut it up in 1-foot sections, because we're using equipment to pick it up. You know, 4, 5, 10-foot sections is great.
Whatever's out, we'll pick up, the whole trees we can't pick up,
Correct.
we don't know where they are.
And I hope the public will understand, when we pick tree limbs up, we won't be picking, I mean, if there's a small limb left, it's not like we're gonna have rakes out there getting every little limb that's put out. You know, the intent of this program is to get the big bulky stuff, and we hope the residents that participate and understand, if we leave a pile and there's small limbs, that they'll take care of it.